I'm Allison for Leading Edge Dog Show Academy, and today for Free Tutorial Friday, we are going to give you a quick start guide for the Cardigan Welsh Corgi. So this came to us as one of our requests. You don't need to keep track of everything I'm gonna say, because if you head on over to Free Tutorial Friday at Leading Edge Dog Show Academy, there is going to be a downloadable and printable list of everything I'm gonna say to you in the next couple of minutes. So let's dive in. So remember, this is a quick start guide. We are bringing this to you as requested to just like, we know there's hundreds of products out there. Where do I start, right? I want to get my Cardigan Welsh Corgi in the ring. How do I do that? Okay, I got you, right? So for those younger dogs, every single dog, every single bath, my dogs get their faces washed with tearless shampoo. That's just how I am. Happy Eyes is a great one. Any tearless shampoo will do. Another great one for those younger dogs, especially this coat type, the double coat type. Fair Advantage is great, shampoo and conditioner in one, but a good one, so kind of one and done. So if you're in a hurry, if you're doing maintenance, this is absolutely fantastic. Don't be afraid to use that. We love it. Okay, so now remember with Cardigan Welsh Corgi, so any double coated breed, we don't want them to need to be de-shedded, right? They're going to be shedding. There's going to be times that they're shedding heavier than other times. But the trick is to keep that shedding coat always coming out, so it's always getting replaced with new coat. If you let that shedding coat just sit in there and get impacted because you don't want them to lose coat, eventually they are going to be naked, right? Because that coat's going to fall out. Each hair follicle can only support one hair at a time. So if it completely falls out, then you have like 6 weeks for it to grow in. That's 6 weeks that your dog is naked. Where if, they say when dogs are shedding, they're losing like maybe up to 1/8 of their coat, every week. So if you keep that 1/8 coming out, then it's always kind of growing in layers. And that's how you keep a dog in coat all the time. So for those times, we like you to use like a de-shedding product. So here is de-shed. This shampoo dilutes 50 to 1. So this bottle makes more than 6 gallons of shampoo, and the conditioner makes a full gallon. This is really good when you're going through that shedding period, right? When you want to be bathing every single week, getting that old coat out. And remember, when you're doing that, you are drying them and you're making sure they're dry to the skin. I like to use a carbon slicker kind of over the entire body, right? I'm slickering, I'm trying to get that dead old coat out. And that's how I kind of keep that coat rolling. So now what about show bath, right? So for my show bath, I'm probably gonna use something like Clean Start just to make sure the coat is completely clean. I'm starting with that Clean Start. The coat's gonna stand up and off the body. If I needed any kind of conditioner, maybe a tiny bit in the undercarriage, the tail, or the pants, you could use a tiny bit in the pants, tail, and the undercarriage. I don't always do that. My dog would have to be like fairly heavy coated for me to do that. I'm gonna towel them dry. I'm gonna velocity dry them 85 to 90% of the way dry. And I'm gonna use, obviously, that last 10%. We always follow up with a hot dryer at Leading Edge Dog Show Academy. I'm gonna use a slicker for most of that. Remember to style that top line if you need to. And I'm also gonna use a pin brush. Now, I'm only ever using a pin brush on the tail. I never use any other kind of brush. If you've ever seen those dogs that either get a sensitive tail or have less coat on their tail, it's probably because of the slicker brush. The hair on the tail just like acts differently, grows differently, and just seems to be more offended by being slickered. So just something to remember. And then I am going to check my work with a comb. A Greyhound type comb that has like a wider end and a narrow end is perfectly fine for this. So that's kind of the bath and dry for a dog show, right? Clean Start, a tiny bit of conditioner, hot dry at the end, right? So at the dog show, I'm probably gonna be chalking the legs. I'm gonna use some cholesterol in the legs, followed by either some baby powder or white ice type chalk. I might be chalking the face. I might put a little bit of clown makeup on the face, follow up with some powder. A chalk brush is super useful, right? So pick up that chalk, get it in there. A spray bottle, if you want to put some kind of like bodifying spray in here, so bottoms up. You can also use like a little bit of men's aftershave in water, diluted like 10 to 1, or witch hazel in water works well. And then you can just spray this because you want to really like line brush for the show, that short coated dog. It will make a huge, huge difference. And then wherever you need a little bit of hold, maybe in the top line, maybe in the tail, or just to make, you know, if you want to back brush the sides, you could spray some TNT aerosol to kind of give it a oomph, right? Make them look like they have a lot of body. I like that trick. And then we are not doing a lot of trimming. We're gonna trim the bottoms of the feet with some kind of fully bladed shear, either a short curved or a short straight shear. And I like a thinner. I'm just gonna maybe tidy up the underline if there's scraggly hairs. I'm gonna use my short straight shear in the sanitary area, but if there's scraggly hairs anywhere, we're not trimming our corgis, right? But we are just kind of anything that's sticking out or looking offensive, we might just like take off with our thinner, you know, want to be very careful that we're respecting the breed in how we groom them, right? So, you know, I hope that that helped you understand why we would use different kinds of shampoos, right? A tearless and an all-in-one for puppies or when we're in a hurry. De-shedding when they're going through that heavier shedding period. And then of course, a really good clarifying shampoo for the show bath, maybe a tiny bit of conditioner. Slicker most of the body. Most of the dogs that we talk about, we're only using the slicker for the legs, but for those Cardigan Welsh, I'm using the slicker on most of the body except for the tail. Pin brush for the tail, a comb to check my work, and you should be good to go. So I hope you enjoyed today's quick start guide about the Cardigan Welsh Corgi. Yeah, and head on over to Leading Edge Dog Show Academy, take a look at Free Tutorial Friday. And if you don't see a breed either here on YouTube that you would like to see for one of these quick start guides, just put your breed in the comments below and we will get to it just as soon as we can. Hey everyone, thanks for watching today's video. Please leave us a comment below, let us know what you thought, and as well, if you have any ideas for future content that you'd like to see, you can put them down there as well. You can head over to leadingedgedogshow.academy.com where you can find our free, premium, and subscription content, and we'd love to have you join us there. As well, don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on those notifications, that way you never miss another free video tutorial. That's it for today. Thanks for watching.